Get down. Nu är nya Casumo.com här. Just nu får du dubbelt på kontot och 110 gratis chanser att vinna storkovan. Casumo, ett kasino. Casumo.com.
Tja och välkomna till Estrella Lifehacks. Idag tänkte jag gå igenom Estrella-rycket. Och det går till så här att du tar ett fast grepp om varsin sida av påsen och så rycker du. Så, en nyöppnad påse sour cream and onion. Finns det något godare?
Hi, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Fragbite Masters Season 3, and we are about to get into our second group here of the Counter-Strike Global Offensive Tournament. This is going to be 3 teams playing tonight, Anders. 3 teams.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, unfortunately, Planet Key had to be disqualified. So if you want to read about that, go to Fragbite.sc where you can see all the states and everything else. But yeah, that means we have 3 teams, and we'll have to see how it all unfolds here. The first one, or the first 2 teams, are going to be Na'Vi and Mousesports.
Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at the brackets, actually, and get an idea of what we have in store for us tonight. Because, yeah, you're right. Planet Key are no longer in it. We don't actually have the brackets, so I'll just go ahead and tell you guys what's going to happen then. So it's going to be Na'Vi versus Mousesports, our first best of 1 of the night. And then to follow that, we're going to have our best of 3 of the night. So already waiting in that best of 3 is Team Dignitas, seeing as how they got a bye from their first match. So we get to see now who between Na'Vi and Mouse are going to go on to face the Danes in a best of 3.
Exactly right, and I mean this is the second group of the tournament.
Yeah.
So you know, still coming up is are the follow-up groups. It is the weekend. I mean.
Yeah, I know. We can like loosen up a little bit.
Yeah.
Shows a lot of the chest hair. You know, the chesties.
Let's just see where this evening takes us. If we start off at this level, you know, I guess it could be a little bit dangerous.
Progressively, you know, lose a button.
Gotta be really
Pontus
careful about that.
Love that.
All right, we got to give a big thanks to Game Show, who actually helped Na'Vi out with even being able to play tonight, because obviously they've been doing the Game Show tournament.
Game Show League, yeah.
So you know, they're all over at the LAN and taking care of that. So that's good. Thanks for helping us out with that. Otherwise, we would have to jumble up the schedule and everything else. So it's kind of nice that we could do it like this.
Yeah, good communication between the admins. But here we go. We're actually talking about Na'Vi now. We have him here on our screen. It's going to be Edward, Guardian, Seized, Starix, and Zeus. Now, of course, you guys. I mean, if you're an old dog, if you're a veteran of the scene, you know full well who all these guys are. But if you're just tuning in, this is definitely one of the sickest lineups ever to grace the game of Counter-Strike. And Guardian recently added in. Recently, I don't know if we can even use that word recently anymore when it's applied to this lineup. But you know, took Markeloff's spot on this along with Seized.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's true compared to the other 3 members that they will always sort of be the recent additions. Mousesports seem to have kept sort of a halfway steady core, right, with Chris J, Legia, Tabson, and Alu, and then we have Michael as the newcomer replacing on that team.
A Swede for a Swede, right? You know, Schneider, he was trying it out. He tested the waters a little bit, and he's like, oh, no, waters are too warm. I need to go back to my homeland where it's nice and cool. Yeah. Michael though, a bit more adventurous.
That's actually interesting because I seem like that lineup for Mousesports worked pretty well. With Schneider in it, but I mean, Mike clearly is a good player, so I guess we'll find out how it's all gonna turn out for them. And we're gonna be on Overpass for the first map, which you know, I see you smiling already. Somewhere.
I'm real happy about this. Yeah, I'm real happy about this. I want to see more Overpass play just because of the changes that came after Gamescom. We've seen it once now in competitive play, and it seemed to be a pretty interesting map to play on, just because it seemed like both teams had different approaches for their T side. You know, focusing on A side, focusing on B side. You know, there seems to be some fun stuff that we can watch and learn from, but we haven't really seen too much. You know, at Gamescom, there was a lot of Cobble play and very little Overpass play. I mean, of course, we all remember the Fnatic VP match and how that went on Overpass, but that was like the one big Overpass map. So I just want to see more of it now that some changes have been made to the map, and we get to see, if these teams have been putting the time in on it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Overpass has received a few, Cobblestone has received some buffs as well. So
but we haven't seen it at all.
We haven't seen it yet. We haven't seen it since. But now, I mean, the next major has been announced, so I'm guessing that means a lot of the teams are going to start to really, get into the grind. Of course, we're talking about DreamHack Winter, which is, it's really on the horizon. It's very exciting.
Yeah.
And, the teams, you can get help for boot camping in Stockholm. If you come from across the sea, you can do that. So that's very cool.
It's very cool.
Such a nice addition.
Yeah, exactly. Basically, and that's offered to all of the teams.
Yeah.
If you're able to compete in this major, you can fly into Stockholm early and you'll get taken care of. Probably what I'm thinking is it's probably going to be like open space at Inferno Online or something like that.
Probably
to allow teams to be able to set up, practice there, all on the same location on lane ping.
All right. Well, we're already into it now. The other big thing that we didn't really have time to talk about because it's so quick here, but that is the fact there's been some pretty big mechanical changes to Counter-Strike recently as well, with the acceleration and with a couple of other things too, tagging. But we go right into it with Tabson picking up 2 ridiculous headshots. That's Edward and Starix already gone, and Tabson looking for another one. And look at him lining up the aim. He doesn't want anything but headshots in this round, and he's going to pick up a 3rd one. Goes for the 4th kill. He's out of bullets. Cease will take him down, but that's still a pretty damn fine result. What the hell was Tabson doing?
What the hell happened? Tabson has just played out of his mind. The double shot. It was 2 taps, 2 headshots on Na'Vi. They were lined up for him perfectly. And we got to tell you all, Mousesports are a team that definitely know how to play this map. Yeah, that was about as good as it gets.
Was it really? No, it couldn't have been 1 tap killing 2 people. It just looked like it happened so fast.
It looked like it. He was just like bap bap, and then
okay, well, we got to
dropped.
remind all of you that we do have this concept, thanks to Comhem, called the Play of the Day, where one person at the end of the whole tournament can win 25,000 SEK. And so, maybe Tabson's player right there is already going to make it in the first round. That'd be impressive. Alu, the Finnish player, is hunting, and actually he's got Legia, his Serbian teammate, backing him up over from the middle of the map here. So they're actually being sandwiched in, and that's going to work perfectly. Starix, he could try and fall back, but that would not exactly work out great for him either.
The Bisons, the Pro 90, already the SMGs getting picked up. This was a really big update that came out. So basically,
they added that too.
You had movement, you had acceleration. So, I think it was acceleration and friction, basically, that got altered, the values there. So your movement already is a bit more crisp, a little bit slower to start up and stop, or a bit faster to stop, basically. And then you also had an SMG buff that came through. So 20% added to the armor pen that the rifle already had, that the SMG already had, right? But all SMGs have been buffed across the board, and some of them just sound like they do stupid amounts of damage. I'm actually surprised that Michael takes a Bison over an UMP, because the UMP now, the damage versus armor is disgusting. It's up there at like 65% or something like that. It's really brutal. So SMGs, this is a bid basically to make them viable again, because it became so standard for teams to just go rifle armor, rifle armor, rifle armor always, and in these anti-eco situations. Now, perhaps you have the option to go for a Pro 90 or a Bison or an MP7 also as a weapon that does a lot of damage.
Yeah. To me, that SMG buff seems
ridiculous.
Really, really powerful. Let's put it like that.
Think about tagging as well, in combination with the Bison or the Pro 90, like how many bullets those things can spit out and how quickly they can do it.
Oh, Chris.
Money made.
Touchdown. Oh, look at the damage. He actually hit everyone but Starix. So 4 people hit. That's, that's a little bit unusual. That's a nice grenade.
Did he just tag Edward as well with the scout? I'm not sure. Tough to say how much damage that would have done through the wood like that, but I think Edward got tagged.
And when they get in here to find Michael's Bison, things are going to get a little bit, I think, dicey for Na'Vi, because they don't have armor, and this Bison is going to, well, actually only gets 1 kill, but it should have chewed them up. 64 bullets in that. So actually really good job from Na'Vi here, picking up these 2 kills. And if they get the bomb plant, and they will get the bomb plant, this is a huge victory for the terrorist team. And Chris J is going to instantly go for the defuse, so, well, pick up some guns if they can, but that's a lot given away from Mousesports, I think.
That was a bit painful, yeah. Michael getting kind of caught in a pincer as well. It wasn't really the best positioning for him, because I don't think he had his mate watching his back. Or he did have Tabson, I think, there actually on the site to help watch his back to make sure, but I think that Na'Vi were able to get through with that pincer movement a bit too quickly, so he just got sandwiched. Not a whole lot to be done there for him.
Yeah, I've got to be honest. I still haven't had a computer to play on here while I've been in Sweden. I've been here for a little over a week now, so I haven't had no chance to test out all this movement update. So My opinion on it is, you know, it's going to have to wait a little bit before I make any final judgments, but I'm really excited about the tagging update. I think that's going to be interesting to see how that works out.
Yeah, the tagging update seems to be interesting for a lot of people. Basically, it's like that throwback to 1.6, but what's really bugging people, it sounds like, is the HE buff. Yeah, the fact that the HE can tag, and so you can pretty much like stop an entire push just with an HE nade.
Oh, look at Na'Vi doing work in this round here. Edward with 2 opening kills, and it's down to Michael and Tabson, and they're at either bomb site. They can't even really help each other out, so if Na'Vi just all group up and push full force at one bomb site, how are they going to stop it? Michael getting caught up by Zeus as well, leaving just Tabson, who's going to walk right into Seized and get the kill, but that won't help them win the round any longer.
Yeah, and I mean, it's going to be really interesting to see who's hitting their shots and who is and who isn't hitting their shots, because due to the acceleration change as well, you know, it may be a slight change, but you're still talking about months and months, thousands of hours of muscle memory that you're going to have to readjust here now that this change has been made. So the aim for a couple of these players might be a little fuzzy, you know, while it takes them, you know, while they get adjusted. But yeah, like right here, you know, it's like you can see Tabson, like the way that they're moving is going to be, like, we have to just watch closely basically and see exactly how they're moving and how they're shooting.
I mean, the fact is that, well, wait a minute, Zeus is going to be walking up here, so let's just see if he can find, and he will find Tabson. So that's a really good triple kill from Zeus, who actually survives with all the grenades and a triple at the end. So pretty good comeback from Na'Vi early in this in the first half here. But I think overall, this is the problem that Valve had, because we have all, you know, the majors going on and a lot of other tournaments as well. They got to find some space in between where they can release these updates to try and test it out. And, you know, with DreamHack being announced, if they were going to do it, they had to do it now.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, right. You know, you have to do it a little bit earlier. Yeah. It's also, you know, it's going to go live with the whole player base just so that they can get the data that they need, because they don't actually have a PTR. And even when they do have the PTR, you know, they don't get the best data. So basically, Valve's method is like, okay, we're going to release it, see, and then, you know, a week later they'll adjust based off of what they see there.
Ooh. Good trade coming in here from Na'Vi again. Lily gone. There's 2 AWPs on the Mousesports side, so I mean, that should be a strong setup. We've seen that work on Cash before. Could replace one of them with an auto sniper. It kind of depends on what kind of people you have. But if you have Alu and Chris J, I can't really blame you for going for the double AWP setup. And Chris, last time we saw him on this map, he really wrecked. He was really good.
Versus LC, that was the thing. I think it was the Case King of the Hill. We got to see them play on Overpass, and LC just got destroyed basically by Chris J. It was always Chris J just single-handedly walking around and opping whoever he wanted to on the map. So we have to see if Chris J is going to be able to hit that level tonight. I think that's going to play a big part here. If Mousesports can pick up a win, like a lot of it is going to come from Chris.
Thought he was going to shoot through. He did that with the scout. That could have been dangerous. Now Tabson's going to crouch in him. Actually, we'll take down Starix, and I think he hurt a couple of other people. With only 30 seconds left, that's a lot of intel for Mousesports, because they realize probably they aren't going to go to the A-bomb side if they're already down here with so little time left. Molotov's rain out. Chris wants to take a quick peek here, but the fire is actually obscuring his vision a little bit. And Na'Vi got to get in here. Characteristically slow round for Na'Vi. Just 14 seconds left now. And Guardian picking up 2 great kills, but it won't be enough. Edward and Guardian will fall in the end to Tabson and Chris J. So it's kind of fun to see that the Na'Vi theory, or the Na'Vi sort of approach of pushing when there's only 20 seconds left, that translates to all maps, apparently.
I feel like that's going to be really scary for Na'Vi now, though. That kind of style, just because of tagging and because of how you can get slowed down now due to HEs, due to shots coming in. You know, for Na'Vi, those 20 seconds are so crucial. Everything has to happen so quickly for them that if they get slowed down, they're going to get into a very difficult position to come out of again. So I'm curious to see if Na'Vi, like, if they're going to try and adjust their game a little bit, try and go a little bit earlier here, because it seemed to me like they kept getting bogged down on that B site.
Yeah, I don't know. There was some fire slowing them down, I think, but it could have maybe worked. They got some good opening.
Solo boost up there?
It seems like there's like a tiny pixel ledge somewhere that he can get stuck in. Maybe it's kind of like you can on the wood stacks over at in an Inferno by Banana. Yeah, you can just kind of like drag on it. So he really can't shoot anyone from there, but he can get some intel, and I guess that's worth something too.
Definitely. I mean, it prompted the fact that you have to be boosted over there now, or basically, you know, like that you can get that wallbang position now, because it was all like the CTs just sitting on the other side of that wall and just jumping there, you know, to get that information over in sewer. And that was a monster nade onto Zeus.
Yeah, that definitely hurt. Well, he's going to get flashed in. It's a nice idea. He does spot a lot of people. Got to be careful about overcommitting to it. But he's actually going to walk right into Edward, and that'll pretty much finish him off. So see if Na'Vi can pick up a good eco round here, which it is for them. Putting down the bomb would be great. And Edward, he's up to the task. He's still in there somewhere, and it should be going down. Actually taking, I think he stopped at one point. And he's going to get found. But 2 kills and a bomb plant again for Na'Vi. So this is pretty big. So far as we can tell, this map is definitely a CT-sided map. Now, how CT-sided it is way too soon to tell. But let's just say, I think if Na'Vi can get up to 5 rounds in the first half, I think they're approaching something that's not too bad.
Yeah. Yeah, that feels about right. Like 10-5,
Yeah,
11-4.
we've seen like 13-12 type comebacks, but I don't think that's necessarily the standard. I actually think as this map gets played more and more, it's probably going to be easier and easier for the terrorist side to come up with more tricks, essentially.
Well, it was NIP versus LDLC, I believe, on this map, and that's the one we saw, like the 13-12 or the 13-2, right? The comeback, or was it a 12-3?
Yeah, it was.
I think it was a 12-3 comeback, and I think it was NIP LDLC that we saw.
Yeah, it was, you're right. Oh, Starix, just almost close enough. If Chris misses that shot, he's definitely going to go down. But I like the fact that Mousesports have put someone down here who's like the backup with the rifle. So even if they kill Chris, they still have to worry about rushing around the corner. And Chris goes down. Zeus with a great double kill. 2 headshots coming in, and that's hugely important. Tabson shooting at the gun barrel is just not quite as effective. Guardian will punish him for it. And it's going to be Maikelele and Alu left in a 2-on-3. Smoke goes up. He's making a lot of noise here, Maikelele, though. I'm pretty sure that, Seized has a good idea, but actually he's still going to win the battle.
Scary situation. You can tell how slow he is now, especially with getting tagged, crouching like that. Oh, man, it's going to be really interesting to see how all this plays out with the movement changes. Yeah. CT side and T side. CT side, you have to be really worried now about committing to these angles, because if you get tagged, you can get just caught completely out.
Look at this. He's right behind him. They haven't noticed, and Alu finally decides to look the other way. It's really funny. Oh, they were sharing a corner for just a second there. Then it was all over. No, but you're right. These movement changes and the tagging and over, it's going to have a huge impact. It's a really big change. Now, what I do like is that Valve have actually been adding a lot of different variables that they can change in the game. Tagging is one of them. The other one is the materials and penetration of values. So whether or not they find the right values on the very first patch they release, I think that's unlikely, actually, just thinking about it. I mean, obviously they do testing, but it's pretty unlikely that you're going to find the perfect value the first time. But the fact that they can change them individually is cool. It means the game can be even deeper in the future. So I like it. Yeah. Guardian is going to be getting a shot to the face, and then Maikelele follow up on Zeus. It is another eco round here for Na'Vi.
Yeah. The one thing is just like it seems like a lot in this update, both the tagging and the movement value changes. You know, it does seem like quite a bit to be, getting the info on. So.
I think if they had the time for it, they probably would have spaced it out. But then you run into DreamHack, so you gotta do it. That's the problem. It ain't easy being Gaben.
Or Matt Wood.
No. When it's Valve, it's all Gabe. No matter who's doing the changes.
It's all about having.
It's like if it's Microsoft, it's all on Bill. Even if he's no longer actually part of the company, you just still put it on him.
Oh yeah, it's just Bill.
That's how it works, man.
Well, how it works now is basically Edward has picked up an M4A1. It's still a 2-on-4 situation, but Na'Vi are trying to work their way over to this A site. They've only left themselves 30 seconds, though, and Alu's got a very powerful position here with the AWP to be able to block off this choke point into the site. And he's got the crossfire set up here with Chris J as well, so it's going to be so tough for Na'Vi to get in here, because there you go. Alu gets the bait out, but Chris J can't secure the second frag. That was a bit shaky there.
Edward runs out of bullet. That would have been a really good kill on Alu, and then go and plant the bomb before anyone else shows up. That would have been a nice end to that round for them. But 7-1, AWP still on Alu. You got to look at Chris, see if he's going to pick up a second one or if he's going to stick with the rifle. He has the money for it, but he's going to go rifling, so they feel comfortable enough that Alu's going to be able to step it up. I'm still impressed by the fact that it's Tabson top fragging at 12-1-5 on the Mousesports side. Na'Vi, though, I mean, they have Guardian, and he can definitely go toe-to-toe with Alu.
Oh, certainly. Just feels like Na'Vi have put a lot of attention over on that B site, right? So Tabson, he's just like, sweet. He's holding the barrels over on B. You know, it's a high action position, right?
Yeah.
Look at Alu now sneaking up to the top of long. He's looking into T-spawn at this point. This could be a good little flank position if he can catch somebody off guard. That could be the entry frag. The bomb is still all the way back here. Is he gonna? He just barely misses. No, there we go. Finds the kill and drops Guardian.
Scoped up at that playground. Think of the children, Alu.
Scarred for life.
So is Guardian. His lifespan just ended right there. And Chris is coming up to help out in case it was going to be some sort of rush. And actually, Zeus has pushed him pretty far behind, so this is interesting. But the bomb is all the way down at the playground again. And, yeah, it's going to get dropped down there. I think that was Edward or C's trying to take a fight. Chris is going to find Zeus all by his lonesome. So around where, I don't know, Na'Vi got into a lot of interesting positions, but they just all ended up looking the wrong way at the wrong time, essentially. And it started off with this pick.
That was a really nice shot there by Alu. Let me see if he moves at all, Chris. No, he starts moving after. Okay. I'm just curious to see how that's going to affect it as well. You know, like the death of AD, the tombstone. You know, praise Gavin.
Well, I'm not going to mourn the AD spam because that was one of the most ridiculous mechanics. I mean, it's already been weakened over the course of like the last
Several updates. Yeah.
So that's good, but I think it's generally just like such a counterintuitive thing that because you move, you somehow game better. That doesn't make any sense.
Well, now it really feels like, you know, you got to plant yourself and just take those shots, because if you move at all, you're going to be tagged down or just.
You just gotta move right. You just gotta stop your own moving the other way. That's how it should be. You know. But I agree. Grenade tagging doesn't make sense. I'm pretty sure 1.6 you weren't tagged by grenades either.
Yeah,
but,
I'm not a big fan of the grenade tag.
No, me neither.
It feels like it really affects the aggressive play on T side.
But again, I'll have to try more. Tabson in a great position here, but if someone had flashed him in, that would have been even more perfect. And actually, Chris up here had flashbang, so a little bit disappointed that Mousesports didn't go for it, because that could have been beautiful. But they're still putting up a really nice defense here, as Edward and Zeus have dropped the bomb down there, and it's just Edward left. Landing a good headshot, still got plenty of time, especially for Na'Vi here. This is, you know, it's almost an infinite amount of time, but they can't make it work. That 1-on-2 doesn't work out in their favor. Mousesports save the AWP, and we end up in a 9-1 situation. I think now Na'Vi have got to be a little bit worried.
Yeah, well, I mean, they have to be starting to wonder a little bit, but still, Chris J not going with the AWP. It's Alu who seems to be taking point with that rifle, so interesting decision here by Mousesports. I mean, usually you would think, okay, Chris, you know, Chris is your go-to off guy, and that's it, but it seems like Alu's going to be taking point on that.
Her pretty aggressive move again here coming out. He's got backup from a teammate with a rifle. Na'Vi seems to... They seem to be going sort of pretty evenly between A and B. They've tried a little bit of everything. The problem is they don't have any intel on what actually works. They only have the one round.
Yeah, not a whole lot to go off of this, sir.
That's like a grenade for the pipe. Oh. A pipe bomb? Can we say that?
Pipe bomb, yeah, exactly right.
That could, let's use that term from now on. People get exploded in those pipes, we'll just call it a pipe bomb. That has like a nice ring to it. Tabson checking out his teammate, then just walking on. This is all on Na'Vi. They gotta get some sort of entry frag, and as far as we can tell, the best place to get entry frags is actually over by the A-bomb site.
One thing to point out here is that this is Na'Vi's map as well. Like, this is Na'Vi's pick, so curious to see if they're going to have anything to go with here, but they don't have any smokes. They have one flash and a decoy nade on Starks, so this is definitely not Na'Vi, but then, hey, if you can land the shots, that's what it's all going to come down to, and they got to get an entry to open things up. Michael gets picked off and then seized, catches Tabson off guard.
Yeah, now they need to get that bomb down and then take this fight afterwards, because they're kind of running out of time here with just 18 seconds, and now they've been reduced to just a single man left alive, and Alu's going to take care of it easily, shooting him through the rail almost. So they got close, Na'Vi. I mean, the closest they've been for a couple of rounds, but then they kind of get stuck down. They kind of get stuck not actually getting into the bomb site, so I don't know. And now they're back to ecoing again.
Yeah, that open ground. I mean, they didn't have any nades to work with. That's the main issue. Now Zeus has got a smoke nade. Starks looks like he's running back to maybe pick something up. No, he's not going to go for a late buy or anything. It's Zeus picking up a Molotov. So Seized and Zeus investing in nades here on this eco round for Na'Vi. But, I mean, you can go for set smokes. I mean, there are set smokes that you can go because there's no skybox. So we have seen teams, you know, smoke off upper like that. Yeah. The catwalk over on B site, they've smoked that off to make sure that the snipers can't do that to them. So Chris J and Alu, you know, that position that they're playing wouldn't be as effective. Now we have to see if they're going to do that in a buy round. Zeus dies, though, and that's a lot of value for Na'Vi that's just been dropped without doing a thing.
Legia decides the best idea would be to take a fight against everyone out in the open, which I'm not sure he needed to do. Grenade is actually going to be really good, but he still ends up dying, and Seized is going to pick up a kill on Chris. Now Tabson, oh god, he goes down as well. Ed will pick up that kill, and somehow Mousesports have thrown this round away, and this is a big deal. Even 10-1, it feels like, all right, maybe Mousesports could afford to give up a round, but they can't.
Oh, and I love it. And they're going back to the B side as well. This is really smart play here for Na'Vi.
Yeah.
Michael is in the one place. He's actually, no, are they coming back around? Are they just trying to cause a diversion?
They kind of want to know where he is before they do anything. I can't really blame them because they're kind of low on health. So now they know, and they're just going to go all in and put the bomb down, no doubt. Michael could almost do this. I mean, one grenade on Starix, who's actually going to be backstabbing him in a second.
On Starix knows. Oh, reaction. There we go. Michael gets it. But now Edward and Seized both have good HP. Edward even has Kevlar helmet right now, so he's going to be really tough. There we go. The smoke goes off to block off Sniper, so...
Yeah, and that's what they should have had in that previous round, right?
Exactly.
That's what they were lacking. And there's even a Molotov to block him off for a second, so he has a Molotov of his own, and he's going to put it down towards the L-bend, and then he's kind of out of equipment here. I mean, this Molotov's going to be kind of cool, but...
Do mollies tag?
I don't know.
If you walk into mollies now, can mollies just single-handedly stop pushes?
Like, I hope not. I hope, again, I don't think either grenades or molotovs should tag. But,
if you're taking molly damage, that makes mollies ridiculously powerful, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because then all of a sudden, an incendiary nade, you're getting tagged repeatedly. You get slowed down, and you're going to get tagged more. Like, that's a deadly circle right there, Anders. That sounds really scary.
Maybe we just need to have like an update where you don't light the molotov on fire, but you throw like oil at people, and they get stuck to the ground. They can't move. They
right.
They end up falling over. You know, it's slippery.
Wait. Okay, somebody tweet, please. If you've tested this, if you know that if the incendiaries.
I swear, I think that would have been in the patch if it was, but I haven't read that anywhere.
Well, everybody thinks HEs, right? And that's the first thing you think about. But then, of course, there's incendiaries still.
All right, let's get into it here. Legia pushed up pretty far, has a great angle on Guardian if he finds the timing. Guardian going to wrap back around, but he's still looking the wrong way, and that's basically a free kill. Alu going to take down Edward as well. Chris with an AWP shot. It's the back to the double AWP, and Alu actually will get taken out, but it might be too late at this point. There's a 2-on-4, and Na'Vi having won an eco round and then going into being pretty much just taken off the map here. That's got to be devastating for them. Because they're going to be ecoing if they lose this round. They really can't. They lost everyone in the last round, so not like they saved any money or anything like that. They're in a really bad spot. Grenade is going to kill. No, actually, it's just 2 shots there. Tabs, and they must have lined up for him. Thought the grenade would have taken 1. That's 11-2. Mousesports are doing just really well.
Oh. Yeah, no, that was really nicely done there by Mousesports, just bouncing back into it.
Well, we're in the 14th round, and as a result, Na'Vi kind of forced themselves to pick up 2 AKs and pistols. They don't have a choice any longer. I think if they end up at 13-2, that won't be acceptable.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see what happens here. As Legia does manage to pick up the first frag here, Na'Vi once again ecoing, so that's the problem. They won that last round. Now they have to go for an armor buy, but Alu will find the first frag, potentially the second one here as well. He's going to manage to get run down by Edward, but then the flank comes in here for Legia. He's just madly spraying, but he still gets a frag.
And Edward, well, just too many T's or CTs coming out of that underground pass, and it's going to be 12-2 into the 15th round. What could we really expect? This is a nice flick from Alu, but kind of a shame he couldn't get the follow-up kills. But it didn't have any impact on the round after all. And Na'Vi, 1 Galil, a couple of pistols. I don't know. I mean, half their rounds have been with just pistols.
Pretty much.
Because they only have 2, but still.
Last round of the half now, it's all or nothing for them. So they have to go for it. I mean, Edward has been doing some good work even with the pistols, but it's not going to be a playthrough here. Oh, this could be brilliant. Alu's been working up on long so many times. He still manages to get 1 kill, though. Sick reaction from him.
Yeah, and that makes a big difference, of course. They steal the AWP, which is nice for Na'Vi. They need all the equipment they can get. And they have plenty of time to use it.
Yeah, minute 15 left. Still man advantage here for Mousesports, though. That's the important bit. But they still have good map control. Actually, they still have Tabson pushed up over into connector. So he's kind of boxed in at this point, which is a bit of a dangerous position for Tabson to be in, but then he could potentially catch somebody on Na'Vi off guard here. Guardian has to be scoped in when he walks in, and is he going to find the shot fast enough? He does not. Headshot instantly. Tabson, great frag there.
Yeah, at that angle, the top of your face shows a little bit before, you can see them down there. So actually smart move by Tabson.
And sees he's going to reproduce this?
Because Tabson had moved, so that's the big difference here. At least something is working. 12-3. We've seen a 12-3 comeback already, so let's see if they can get up to that 3rd round. Seized is about to walk into a straight bullet from Legia, but actually Edward's there to help him out, so that works out kind of well. Michael and Chris J, now it's a 2-on-2, and one of them is closer, I think. Yeah, Chris J just showing up at the bomb side. Again, they're out of grenades. They have 1 smoke, and they're going to use it to make sure the bomb goes down here. This is not a bad idea. Michael almost getting the crossover kill. Chris running in. He realizes if he gets the kill now, that's going to win them the round here. And actually, Edward takes him down, and now it's a 1-on-1.
Now the Molotov, though, into the back of the site. This could be big here. Seized, now boxed into the corner, but he doesn't really need to worry too much here. Michael hasn't made a defuse sound yet.
He can make it around. He still has a flashbang, Michael, so he fakes it once. He's afraid Seized to run all the way around, and he peeks, and Seized will take him down. So 12-3. Na'Vi do get that 3rd round after actually losing a lot of people early on. That was really good. I mean, they have 1 Galil to start with that round. So that's impressive, but it's also a little bit saddening because it feels like Na'Vi should still have got more than 3 rounds overall.
Yeah, that was still kind of touch and go, right? I mean, they did have the opportunity. It just seems like Mousesports have really been dialed in on this map as far as the retakes are concerned as well, because they never really seemed to, even if they gave up the bomb plant, Na'Vi, you know, they never really got control of a site because Mousesports were always there right on top of them at the beginning of a push all the way through until the end of the round. Mousesports were keeping the pressure up on Na'Vi. So I'm curious to see if Na'Vi are going to be able to do the same thing here. Mousesports instead just trooping up through connector, not finding anybody there from Na'Vi. Na'Vi have elected to hold back passively on the sites. And is it only Guardian alive here on this A site? It is only Guardian here. The rotation has to come in here quick from Na'Vi.
Yeah, they do have seized over by the blue room, but they got to get these kills quick. If Mousesports come too close with these Glocks, it's going to be really bad. And actually, they're just going to pick up all the kills at this rate. Guardian goes down finally. That might be too late. Tabson, the hero of the last half, is not going to be surviving. Zeus will take him down, and now they actually clear that round out really easily. Just that simple crossfire worked out perfectly for them. So we'll have to see. I have to track them now. Can Na'Vi make like a ridiculous comeback and do what LDLC did?
Yeah, I feel like we're almost watching Nuke now, right? I have that same sinking feeling where it's like, oh man, the T side, they didn't get the pistol round. Now they're really going to struggle with their buy rounds. Like, just have to get that 19th round buy-in now on Mousesports' side if they want to hope at, you know, if they want a chance at getting some easy rounds, because otherwise Na'Vi will have the money, and then we're just going to see, well, the same kind of story that we had in the first half. So now it's down to Starks. He's been pinned down behind the barrel, trying to stop this main entrance. The bomb is here as well, and he spotted it, so his mates should know, and he's got support now coming in. Zeus and Edward are here.
Yeah, and that's just a fine job, not re-peeking, because, I mean, if he goes out and gets himself killed, who knows what will happen. Alu trying to pick someone up with the C set, but not really connecting. Interestingly, Na'Vi not picking up any submachine guns here, in spite of the buff. I mean, Mousesports picked up two. They picked up the Bison and the P90. And Na'Vi don't care.
Na'Vi are just like, nope, we're not interested. I mean, there is still the risk, and if you can get the rifles, then I suppose just go for the rifles, right? But
yeah, I mean, they knew that Mousesports didn't put down the bomb, so they knew that they were going to be facing most likely guns and armor, but it's, you know, the SMGs were buffed for armor, so, you know, they could have maybe still tried it out, but I guess because they're so far behind, maybe they're not running any deep experiments at this point.
Yeah, exactly. That could be something, as well as just, you know, I mean, it still makes sense to pick up the rifles, because if you can actually hold on to the rifles through, you know, you're just buying it once, and then you just re-up the nades, you're not spending more money, right? Because with the SMGs, to make the SMGs effective, you still have to get kills with them. And if you don't get anything done with it, you know, at least if you don't get any kills with the rifle, you're still alive with the rifle. But it's Na'Vi kind of just holding onto this B site. A perfect hold, in fact, coming out for Na'Vi, not dropping a single man here on this B site. So Mousesports just go full YOLO in there, but now they have the rifles in their hands, and now they have the AKs.
Yeah, they had the rifles, but I don't think all the rifles they would want. It's going to be old AKs. They actually couldn't afford an AWP even if they wanted to.
But they're still able to get the smokes. So now I'm curious to see if Mousesports are going to have a clever strat here to set up. I mean, we know that they do know smokes for the B site. So are we going to see anything here that's smart to take advantage of Na'Vi?
Yeah. Smoke goes into the pipe, just waiting, and Edward's covering here from an interesting position. That's actually kind of cool. If they open up, he pretty has a good chance to swing fast enough. Just got to be careful that he doesn't look through the door, so his gun barrel sort of picks through the door. That would be bad.
Oh, well, I think he may have just given away his position there with that bungled nade.
Oh, they're running into the bomb site, in fact, and Starks has to try and reload. Edward turns around just in time to pick up that double kill. That's some really expert teamwork coming out here from Na'Vi. I think Starks would have been gone. Otherwise, Alu will pick up the only kill Mousesports has so far. Goes for a second one. Actually will be successful, so Alu still manages to do some good damage here, and I guess that's worth something after all, but that's still 12-7. And Mousesports without a bomb plant, they're going to have to eco, which means I think Na'Vi are back in this game right here.
Yeah, Na'Vi have got
I still think Mousesports have like a slight lead, but it's overall it feels like Na'Vi could easily make this comeback happen now.
Yeah, Na'Vi have all the bank now. That's the scary thing. They've held out so well in the pistol rounds, the eco rounds, and then the buy rounds, that they have a lot of money on their side. So even if Mousesports were able to get any kind of damage in here, or, you know, get some kills, Na'Vi still shouldn't be feeling stressed at all. And there you go, the incendiary goes down. They're gonna have a barbecue. They're roasting them. Well, they don't even need to roast them. They got the crossfire going, and that's it. Mousesports down to 2 guys.
Yeah, but now they got to prevent this bomb from going down, because otherwise, actually, Mousesports still have a pretty decent round on their hands, especially with Tabson and that kill on Seized. It's down to a 2-on-2, so Mousesports, that rush with the really simple flashbang thrown over the pipe. Again, the lack of skyboxes means you can just do whatever you feel like, basically, and that worked out really well. Mousesports didn't get the bomb plant, but they could still buy. They had plenty of money for it. So 12-8, and the AWP picked up on Guardian and on Alu.
Yeah, we have 2 offs on the map now. Alu once again taking point with the AWP, though. This makes me wonder if Chris J isn't going through a bit of a JW moment where he's like, okay, actually, I need to take a step back from the AWP and kind of go back to rifles for a little bit. Because we did see JW, you know, he had a break when it came to opping, when Fnatic were still figuring things out. And there you go, Chris J actually picking up the entry frag on Edward. So this time around, it's actually shaping up pretty good here for Mousesports. They haven't had an entry frag yet.
Starix is going to be walking through into Alu. That's a crazy move through his smoke and then just fades back away. That's got to be super annoying for Alu. And now they're trying to push in, but Starix is there again. Picks up a second kill on Tabs and almost gets the chance to reload, but now it's going to be down to Zeus here. Guardian will help him out. Still no bomb plant happening. They haven't even really had a chance for it, and Zeus, well, going to pick up the kill, and then Legia, he wanted to at least get that bomb down, but they couldn't, and it won't stop them from buying. I'd be surprised if Mousesports eco, they can just get a Galil or a Scout even on Chris here. Because they need as many buy rounds as they can get in here on the terrorist side. This is 12-9. Na'Vi are, I don't know, they're looking dangerous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. So incendiaries don't in fact tag, so it is just HEs.
I'm pretty sure that would have been in the patch notes, and that would have been even more ridiculous.
That would have been totally game-changing if it was the case. Still, as a... Oh, wow. Nice nade there.
Yeah, that was almost like Olympic caliber grenade throwing. I'm enjoying the precision here from Edward. Unfortunately, he got killed for it anyway. Starix firebombed out of that corner, which is really cool. That's a great Molotov to throw. That means you can be sure no one's holding there. You don't have to check. Chris goes down. Starix trying to reload in time, but Tabson's going to come find him. Mousesports are playing well this round. It's going to be down to a 2-1-3, and the grenade here won't kill anyone. It's going to do actually 1 damage to Maikelele. Bomb is planted as well. Now all they have to do is not show themselves. Let Na'Vi come, and they'll have the advantage.
This is so clever from Mousesports. And now they've got good after plant positions as well. Seized. He's trying to walk up here. They're going to try and split this side open with Guardian. Good flash out there by Guardian, but they turn away in time. Mousesports not blinded. And this is going to be the big opening. Alu will pick up Seized on the short side, and Maikelele finds Guardian, who's waiting behind barrels. Mousesports with a very smart strat, and that's what I'm talking about. They have clearly spent a little bit more time here. This T side looked very clean from them. They had a plan. They knew what they wanted to do. They had the smoke down on the side and the Molotov behind the barrel, which would allow them to get out and start putting pressure on that side very quickly. So once they were able to get rid of Starix, that was it. They had control for like the first time, it seems, this half.
Because they managed to kill Edward so quickly in the round, and they didn't spend a lot of time hesitating after they got the kill, I think Na'Vi just couldn't make the rotations quite quick enough. So overall, a smooth round for Mousesports. And now Na'Vi got to make sure they don't drop the ball, because if they start losing rounds here, then it will be a big problem for them, obviously. Legia goes down to Zeus, and it's still a 4-on-3 here. Zeus should be falling back to a safer position and just wait again. Let Mousesports come and make the mistakes. I think he spotted one guy there.
Yeah. But Zeus turns around, and Zeus even gets the kill. Down to 11 HP, but Zeus gets the job done, and Na'Vi bouncing right back in this round. And this is a terrific round for Na'Vi. If they win this, they reset Mousesports' money. No win bonus any longer, and Mousesports are definitely going to struggle here in this situation.
Yeah, and now they're going to put Zeus. Yeah, he's coming down to the B-bomb side as well. Alu making some noise, and still plenty of time for Mousesports to rotate back to A if they wanted to, but I think Na'Vi are decided on going and defending this B-bomb site. They got a guy on high ground too. Must be Guardian with the AWP, and actually Alu gets to survive a little bit longer, even crouching and shooting like that. Zeus ends up with a quad kill. Last 2 of those kills were with 11 points of health, so just overall a really good job here. 13-10, and you're right, that does reset Mousesports' economy a fair bit. Not as bad as it could have been, actually, but it's still not good.
No, it's still definitely not good. They're going to let Na'Vi get that much closer.
Yeah, it's not like Na'Vi's economy is completely out of control either. I mean, Zeus has almost 10,000, sure, but everyone else is actually pretty low. So Mousesports can definitely still make this comeback happen. If they win... Yeah, if they do a lot of damage in a round like this, if they kill like 3 or 4 members in a round like this and then go into winning the next one, Na'Vi almost will be broke.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, that's the thing. They need to force Zeus to spend that bank re-equipping his teammates.
Yeah.
Zeus, if he buys the M4A1, right, he still has enough to be able to get, you know, a couple guys up with guns and still be able to buy on his own, but it's still a scary situation here. Mousesports managing to live all the way down to 1 HP. Sick perseverance on his part, but now Guardian perhaps a shot onto Chris J, goes for it, doesn't hit it, and I feel like that's the thing. It's like, okay, there we go. Guardian just stays static at that point, relies on the mouse, because when you try and tag it together, especially Guardian's style of opping, where it's like the run and gun, kind of like Kenny, I feel like it's going to be hit very hard by the movement changes.
Could be. Chris does go down. I don't know. This still some good damage done by Mousesports, but it'd be great if they could pick up just another kill somewhere. Especially if they could steal that AWP, so they had to rebuy it, but that was never going to happen. Guardian will pick up a triple, and we're now looking at 13-11. They're right on their heels. I mean, I think at this point it's kind of a coin toss who wins this from here on out. It's anybody's game. But I do like the fact, I mean, that one round we saw from Mousesports where they Molotov throw by the barrels, wish we could see more stuff like that, because that's very cool.
Yeah.
And very educational, I think, for those of us watching.
Absolutely. It's not often. Usually it's like, you know, just run through, a couple flashes over the wall, right, and we'll see if we can get in there. Guardian's in a great position. However, to catch him peeking, goes for the leg shot, but then Edward manages to pick up Tabson, so the kill still goes Navi's way. Wallbang in here by Legia, drops Guardian dangerously low, down to 23 HP. Guardian,
Don't
just
play
to the
this
left.
game.
Just to the left.
Don't play that game, please.
Goes both ways, Guardian. You give away your position like that.
Yeah, and if you have 100 health, you can pretty afford to put a couple of shots in, but that was, I don't know. That was playing chicken with a, you know, an 18-wheeler. It's just not a good...
This is still a 4-on-5 though. Navi.
Look at Zeus. It looks like he has no clue that Mikelele is in that corner, so that could be a big opening kill, especially if they start rotating back here, and he just keeps walking up. Legia comes in and gets the kill. Mikelele goes down. How on earth? Now it's down to Alu and Legia, and they're really low on health, but Legia ninjas down the stairwell, takes down Edward, and now it's a 1-on-2. He's got 30 seconds. He hasn't got the bomb, and he has to go for an ace here to try and win the round. He predicts it, but he can't fit in the headshot here, and he's running out of time really quickly.
Yeah, 25 seconds left. Needs to catch Starks out in the open, but Starks wins that fight. Legia just not enough HP to be able to take a stand-up fight like that. So, still good work from him. He still cleans up A site and even gets one of the guys rotating in, just literally drops on his head.
Yeah.
That's not going to be good enough here for Mousesports. I mean, it's going to make Navi spend a little bit of their money, but Zeus is still 11,000. He's still got 11 grand and 7 grand on Starks. That means that basically Navi doesn't matter. They'll full buy in the next round, regardless if Mousesports win or not.
That's exactly right. So this is a scary position for the Swedish, Finnish, German, Serbian team.
Misses it that time, Edward. Tried for the fadeaway. Didn't get the swish.
No medals this time. Well, C's is going to pick up Chris, pushing up really far, and that's got to be annoying if you're Mousesports now, because, I mean, obviously it's an eco round, but when a CT pushes up that far, you got to wonder, you know, are they actually backstabbing us right now? Are they flanking us? We kind of got to move, and that's what they do. They rush into the pipe, and Starks and Edward are there to take care of them.
Yeah, that was a scary moment there for Starks. Starks in particular dropped down to 5 HP. Now Legia just tries to go rushing through, and he was on Starks as well. Got aim punched out of that shot. That was a scary moment there, but Starks, I don't know. Guardian Angel watching over his shoulder. He lives to fight another round. And the money continues to grow on Navi's side. And at this point, Navi are very firmly ahead in this match. It's Mousesports who are fighting from behind. They're trying to find a way back into this, because look at how much trouble it's given them to even pick up one round in this half. They need to pick up another 3 to pick up this win.
I mean, Navi were in the exact same position. It's just not easy, and they're going to go for a rush towards the B-bomb side. Look how fast they are here, and actually maybe going to be able to catch Starix. They have a lot of grenades with them, so if they get into a good position, they can definitely do this. A bit of a pipe bomb down towards the pipe, and Edward will pick up the first kill, though. Great returns coming in from Mousesports now as Legia and Mikelele will pick up a couple of kills. Zeus is going to get flanked by Legia, looking the wrong way at the wrong time, and this is looking very much like a Mousesports round. In fact, I think the best Navi can do at this point is look for exit kills, because if they just rush in here, I think they're just going to give up rifles. Yeah, and even if they have money, they can't afford to give up too many.
Exactly, that's a big thing here. Guardian with that AWP in particular, so expensive. That will definitely, I mean, if you're rebuying AWPs, that'll be a very good way of getting rid of your bank. Seized is going to take the fight versus Legia and get picked off. Guardian still on sniper. They spot him. He's down to 30 HP, down to 6 HP now. Crazy, and he's still going for shots. Guardian.
Oh, yeah, and actually that would have been a grenade follow-up. I was going to say, because I saw Mikelele just, you know, select the grenade. You can kind of see, you can see lights up in the corner when they select it. So he was doing that, but all right. Guardian goes down. All the rifles lost, and they could rebuy it. That's great. But they still got to be careful. This could come down to the 30th round, and they can still run out of money. Even with 10,000 on Zeus, that can happen. Now it's 14-13, and Mousesports 2 rounds away from making it work. Are they going to go for... No, looked like they were boosting. And they're going to go for the rush again. All right.
Turn around against the flashes. Good flashes, mildly good, but there's the Molotov. Starks is going to get forced out. Instantly gets canceled by the smoke, however, and he manages to headshot one man. Alu down thanks to a nade by Zeus. But we're looking at a 4-on-5, now a 4-on-4. Zeus gets picked off by Legia. And this is now just Starks holding at the back of the site, and he has to stay alive, and he takes Legia.
Alright, Guardian shows up in time to take down Mike-Kelele. Tabson falls, and Edward is there with a quick flick. And nice use here from our server, turning off the X-ray. That's really nice. That caught everyone by surprise. So 14-14, and Mousesports, they have enough money only just to buy. If they eco now, I mean, it's not going to be a perfect buy, but if they eco, they're going to give the match and map point to Na'Vi. If they don't, they risk losing the whole game at 16-14 because they got to win this round. And the same rush they've been doing that almost seemed to work this time as well, they can't do it. They have only 2 smoke grenades. This really limits their options going in here to the 29th round. What a game this has been already here.
Very informative. Lots of cool little picks and tricks that we're picking up here. It's difficult for Mousesports to try and apply that same pressure over on long, for example, or in mid, because Na'Vi will get there with that AWP fast, as we see. And also managing to just control long at length from basically back in CT spawn practically. So seized with the info there.
A big opportunity missed, I think, for the Mousesports player that's up there. I think that's Tabson. Oh, looked like he had the angle there. That would have been good because they're a man down and they haven't really made much progress. They're still stuck fighting over at the birthday party. Yeah, half the balloons are gone. There's only a single one left. It's very sad.
Yeah, it's also sad that you can't stand on those balloons. It's almost as if Valve thought of that. You know, because we tried testing that with Ben. You know, like, can we actually stand on these?
What world do you live in, Sumner?
Hey, they're there. They're on the map.
I only studied physics for 6 months, but even I know that that's not how it works.
You can't stand on just a party balloon.
You realize that Disney movie was only an animation. You
can't actually do it.
All right. They're a man down. They got 20 seconds.
Why do you have to crush my dreams?
They're going to walk into a bomb site that's undefended. Somehow Na'Vi have decided that there's just no B bomb site on this map. And now they have to try and retake it here. Legia is going to go down. That's a very important kill for Zeus because Mouse just almost got it was Christmas early for them. They just got a free bomb site here. Tabson picks up 2 great kills on Zeus and seized. And it's down into a 2-on-2. This would be such a painful loss for Na'Vi if they gave up the 29th round because they just decided to walk out of it. So they're going to have one guy defusing, and Guardian will pick up the kill here. Tabson comes in, but he can't do it in time. And there is going to be time for the defuse here for Guardian. That's a triple from the Slovakian AWP player, and a 15-14 scoreline for Na'Vi. They somehow brought it back, but that was... It shouldn't have been that close, should it?
No, it should not have. And Legia getting caught early. That's when I thought that, you know, right there, they were going to lose that round. But Tabson with this second kill is when I thought Mouse actually had a shot. That was like, okay, they fought their way back in, despite Legia giving himself up for free, trying to get there before Na'Vi, basically. Now they actually have a fighting chance, but...
I'm pretty sure it's Edward and Zeus that are top fragging on Navi's side, and it's Tabson on the Mousesports. However this ends, it's been a really cool game, and we've seen you know, different players from what we normally do step it up on this here. Yes, like, yeah, and Edward and Zeus at 26 and 27, and 25 on Tabson. He's been having a great game today. But is it going to be enough? They have a couple of Galils, and they've maybe managed to catch Guardian in an awkward angle. Zeus, oh sorry, Seized is going to pick up Legia, and this is it. This is for the game here.
Guardian managing to make it out of here in time. Seized is there as well, but Alu now wrapping around. They know that Seized is here. He's about to get boxed in. He has nowhere to go. He has to fight his way out of this situation, and it's not going to happen. Tabson will remove him, and this is now a 2-man advantage here for Mousesports. Make that a 1-man advantage, however. Edward rotates onto that A site from Blue Room and manages to pick up a kill.
Yeah, he should try and wait for Starks to come in here, because then they kind of get in at different angles. Great smokes here that they've managed to save Mousesports. That's going to give them a bit of an entrance, but I'm not sure if Edward can actually look under. Yeah, he has just an edge, and oh, they're still going to pick him up. Great move from Mike-Kelele, and Alu with the final kill, leaving it at 15-15, which means we're going to have to go to overtime. A big round for Mousesports, and I think a little bit upsetting to see Na'Vi let themselves get caught so much over and long. I'm really wondering why they didn't play that round as standard as could be, because they must have known they had almost no money.
And especially since, you know, why change what works, right? Why start doing new things when you're so close to actually picking up the round? Sure, Mousesports might try and adjust to it, but, you know, hell, that was just Seized and Guardian getting pinned down, and basically comes down to whether Guardian can hit those shots. When he's trying to look back towards mid like that, you know, he missed a couple of shots, and that's basically him allowing them to get cut off from their route of retreat. So that was a little bit unfortunate for Na'Vi how things played out there, but also very quick thinking by Mousesports, just closing in, lopping off that Na'Vi limb, and then going for the body.
Look at Zeus. He's going to flash his teammate in through the smoke. That's probably what they did the last time as well. But this time, Alu's ready for it all the way over at the pipe. So that's kind of cool, actually. Na'Vi have aggressive flash setups over at the B-bomb site. So we'll try and keep a look at that if we can. Either way, it's MR3, 10,000 starting money. So it's really important for Na'Vi to pick up this this round right here, and Alu's just creeping his way in, and that's going to be a free kill on Edward. Comes up, and that would have been Alu's kill as well. What a great round here for the Finnish player.
Yeah, Zeus still managing to pick a kill, and look at this Guardian standing his ground. He nearly gets another, and he does! Michael Lilly gets picked off before he can get onto the site. We're into a 2-on-2 now. Plant will happen, however, for Mousesports. Yeah, and this is 10,000 starting money. Na'Vi need this round to secure money for the third round.
Yeah, they really got to make sure they don't lose it. That would be a big deal. Alu actually misses that shot, even though he was set up for it, but tabseN's there to help out. Now seized, gets the one, still got a little bit of time here, but he's got no grenades, and all Alu has to do is play it a little bit cool, and it should be very hard here for seized to get it working. He could go for a straight fake, but he fakes it once. Alu moves up a little bit here. He goes for the spray through, can't connect to it. Oh, and he's going to get it. Alu with a nice triple kill, surviving on 9 health. And Mousesports, they make it work at 16-15. That's a very, very big round from Alu. And remember, he actually could have got the kill on the guy at the L-bend. So this is like, this is milliseconds away from being a quad kill from Alu.
Yeah, and that's milliseconds, you know, these acceleration changes. That's, you know, if pre-patch, he probably gets that kill on Zeus. Post-patch, he's just that millisecond late. So this is, you know, we're seeing how things are playing out here. I mean, this is why this tonight is so interesting. On top of everything else, just the great teams playing against each other. We also have, you know, we get to see how these teams adjust to the changes that have just been made to the game.
Oh, Edward very nearly getting caught off. So good flashbangs coming in from Mousesports here, and he's going to get fully caught off. tabseN again out for a couple of kills. That grenade won't really do anything at all. Na'Vi, after having played, well, I mean, just as good of a CT half as Mousesports did, now would be the wrong time to start throwing anything away.
Yeah, they've already lost that first round, and they've spent every dime they've gotten this round as well, getting re-equipped here. So this is a very scary situation for Na'Vi. Because they could, I mean, if they were to lose this round, they go into the last round of this half, and you only need 4 rounds to secure the win here. That last round of the half could mean them just going in with pistol armor, force buy.
Very important kill there from StarX, taking down Alu, but, I mean, Alu still, he just walks in scope and picks up a couple of, well, 1 kill this round, but just still very annoying. Seized in the corner by the truck, and is going to be spraying through, gets Legia, but hasn't got enough bullets for Chris. If that had been the M4A4, no doubt that would have probably been a second kill on Chris, so Bomb is going to go down again, and it's a 2-on-3 retake here for Na'Vi. Zeus is in position, and backup is coming from StarX as well, but the smoke makes it so tricky.
Smoke makes it very difficult. I mean, that's a likely spot. StarX is trying to wrap back around here through the blue room. This is the other, well, the other exit here, basically, for him. Smoke off the side, not really effective apart from just narrowing that that angle for him, but it's still a choke, and he's walking into a 1v3.
Gonna have to run. What an upset here. Mousesports winning the first 2 rounds of the overtime, and hunting now for StarX. I think he spotted just a heal. Bomb is actually still really scarily close here. StarX got to be careful, and it puts him at 11 health. So he just survives with an M4, and anything. Oh, he couldn't get the AWP. That would have been a big pickup.
That would have been huge, but now they just kind of have to force. Look at 3250, 3250. It's buy what you can time over on Na'Vi's side. Extremely limited nades to work with here. I mean, Edward, Guardian, like they just had enough to pick up helmet, helmet Kevlar and a rifle. So this is so tough for Na'Vi now going into this last round. We saw how difficult it is to get on the T side. Like this overtime could not have gone better for Mousesports. 2-round lead going into this last one, and Na'Vi forcing it up. Edward taking point here, but tabseN has been consistently getting entry frags for Mousesports.
Yeah, Zeus hiding in a good corner. Chris will take down his teammate, and Zeus is waiting. He's only going to get one return. Would have been nice if he could have caught a couple of people. Then he's going to peek out, and this is not a fight I think he should be taking, because they're in a 4-on-4. If he goes down, that opens up the map so much. But Zeus and Edward, they do manage to team up, and it works out. Legia will get the 1 return, but this is still working out in favor of Na'Vi. But even if they win this round, they're still in a very bad spot.
I was amazed at how long it took Edward to rotate onto short like that, with Zeus drawing all the attention of Mousesports. And you could tell Mousesports were turning around, trying to look to short to see if they were going to get stabbed in the back. But Zeus and Edward both coming in at the same time and getting those frags. It's going to make life very difficult here for Mousesports. They're going to rely on Alu taking point with the AWP. StarX, question is, does Alu manage to land the shot versus StarX right now? And he has to.
Yeah. StarX will kill his teammate, and now Alu had such a headshot. Oh, execution style on Edward, but I'm not sure if Alu can easily get out of this position. Backup is coming as well, and he hasn't planted the bomb. If they had a bomb planted in this 1-on-2, it would have been very different, but yeah. As long as Na'Vi don't show themselves, how is he going to get onto the site, and how is he going to try and find him? He just charges in, and StarX will take him down. That's still, if you think about it, in the normal time, they get 3 out of 15 round. That's a fifth of the rounds. in the overtime, they get 2 out of 3 rounds. That's the equivalent of winning 10 rounds on the Terror side in normal time. So they've really done well here. Mousesports.
Like this movement change, everything, the tagging as well. Alu gets that kill pre-patch, like guaranteed, 100% he gets that kill on Starix there. No, 100%.
We've got to be careful about applying everything, I think, to just the movement changes.
No,
but, I mean,
but tagging the movement change. No, it's not a bad thing. We're just seeing like how things are changing because I'm sure that Alu thinks that as well. Like 100% he gets that frag because he would have been moving. You could tell that he was trying to drag it in. So getting tagged down, slowed down, Starks manages to pick up that frag. It's really going to come down to the aim now, basically, and not so much the movement when it comes down to it. So, and what I mean by that is basically strafing while you're shooting. So, well, we'll see how things play out. But right now, basically, Mousesports have 17 rounds on the board. They need 2 more here, and now they're on the favored side of the map. They're on their CT side. They've had an excellent CT half going into this. So now we get to see if Na'Vi are going to be the ones to pick up this first round, this crucial round that will secure them money throughout the rest of this overtime half.
So we're looking for the first team to get to 19 rounds, and yeah, they're just 2 away. And with that kind of opening kill, definitely put Mousesports firmly in the driver's seat if they weren't already. 2 AWPs again, that worked pretty well for them. We saw Chris kind of drop the AWP halfway through the first, when they were on the CT side, to kind of give up on it. But again, I don't mind that he picks it up, especially because he's named his AWP Online J, which is really good humor. Makes me think Chris is... yeah, he's got some humor to him. That's
you
nice.
gotta own it, right? You gotta own it like his FAMAS.
Yeah.
Never forget.
Exactly.
But now Na'Vi, they've got Guardian taking point here with the AWP, looking for that entry frag. Good flash there, and these are the flashes that we talk about when talking about taking an A site. But hey, that's not going to stop Alu. He picks off Edwards to start, and there's only 7 seconds left on this clock here. Na'Vi running out of time very quickly. They have to go for the plant immediately, and they just might barely get it. No, they're just a split second late.
Oh, man. Guardian picks up a couple of kills in anger, but I think Na'Vi just out-Na'Vi'd themselves. That's just... that's horrendous. In overtime is already the last time. That's not exactly when you want to run out of time getting into a bomb site. All right.
I'm wondering if he shouldn't, well... Man, that's... I don't know. I'm trying to think of a... like, half a second earlier. And you know what, Anders? I'm going to do it. If it was just, you know, weren't for the acceleration, he would have been there a split second earlier. He would have had that plant going down a split second earlier. I think Na'Vi just they went too much Na'Vi. Never go full Na'Vi. Just try and stay away. Stay like, you know, like 98% Na'Vi, and you're doing pretty well for yourself. Na'Vi can't even Na'Vi anymore. Yeah. Yeah. Hey bro, I heard you like Na'Vi. You'd like some Na'Vi with your Na'Vi, and just run out of time in overtime. Na'Vi don't even like their Na'Vi in the Na'Vi anymore. Yeah. Oh, man. Well, Legia is bravely guarding the toilets here, and the Smoke's gonna give him a little bit of help with that. And he's got Alu actually backing up. This is actually a pretty cool setup, because if they walk in, they're probably going to get almost spotted by Alu and Legia, or at least they were going to get spotted by Alu and Legia at the same time. Na'Vi, wouldn't you believe it? They're running down the clock. It's at 35 seconds. And let's see if they can get into the bomb flat fast enough to put down the bomb this time. That has to be an advantage if they could do that. They've got 3 smokes going out here. 3 smokes and the Molotov on the barrels. Tabson going to be forced back into the corner. And Na'Vi looking to get out onto this side fairly quickly. Now there's 3 guys here holding solid for Mousesports, but Chris J will open up and pick off Guardian to start. But the plant should be happening here. C's just committing. Yeah, 14 seconds. It's now a 2-on-3, and there is finally the bomb plant happening. Let's see if they can hold it down in this 2-on-2. They're both walking over to the L-bend, and that is actually not that big of a problem because there's no grenades currently on Mousesports, just a couple of flashbangs, so they're not going to be able to smoke and Molotov this off. And that should... Oh, and that Molotov, is he going to try and do... He's actually defusing it. The second is the return of the Olofmeister play. Oh, they get it in the very last second! That's ridiculous! Edward picks up a headshot, and Na'Vi make it to 17 rounds. And Mousesports, that's devastating. Okay, how far along was he? How far was it? It looks like it was done. And then it takes all the way down. I can't believe it. And he was doing that with the Olofmeister decal. Olofmeister essentially watching over him, saying, "You go, son. You defuse in that fire." But then... He didn't have Olofmeister's blessing in the end. Not after all, I guess. Alu, though, is going to return here with a kill. And this is... I mean, now we are fighting for double overtime. And Mousesports, they just want that last, win and then move on and play against Dignitas. That's what they want. All right, but Zeus right now, he's got them pinned down behind the block here at long. Legia kind of dancing. He's going to smoke his way out of there. I'm curious to see if Zeus actually tries to take this shot. Now he's going to go ahead and cover his mate's mid, just see if anybody's peeking around from toilets. Or restroom. If you want to be all PC about it.
The restrooms. Yeah.
Oh.
I guess we could.
Let me see. Now where, I mean, do Na'Vi end up going on to A here? Double stack over there by, and that's on Snake? Is that a boost coming out from Mousesports? No.
They
No,
suddenly
it's
set
not
up.
on Snake. It's not on Snake. It's actually in toilets.
Ooh. I think Starries could really feel that bullet going through, but now, well, they're going to take a fight. Grenades to follow. It's going to do some damage here, and Zeus will pick up at least one of those kills, but they need more. There's still a man down, and the clock. Always with the clock, Na'Vi. 25 seconds. Tabson waiting to get flashed in, or at least just waiting for the right timing. There's the flash, and there's the follow-up kill. So basic teamwork coming out here from Mousesports, but it's working so well. It's going to be Zeus alone with 15 seconds left. He's going to get stabbed in the back by Tabson, and Mousesports winning in the overtime 19-17. Nicely done, I'd say, by Mousesports.
Yeah, great fight.
Yeah.
What an entertaining match. Overpass to start. A map we don't get to see that often. Post-patch now as well, so we're getting to see how the teams are adapting to it, and it's between Na'Vi and Mousesports, who tonight clearly were very evenly matched.
Yep.
So it's perfect. That was a great way to start Group B here at Fry by Masters. Really looking forward to seeing now how Mousesports will measure up versus Dignitas. But let's go ahead and take a look at the recap real quick and see just how this all played out. And I mean, oh man, Tabson in particular, he's shown he must have had a 30 bomb at the end of this.
He had a really stunning game. I mean, he started off with those three, with the triple kill he had with the pistol, with the two tabs as they came into pipe. Tabson's revenge. Very, very nicely. Just a great game from him. Edward and I think it was Starix or Zeus on the Na'Vi side were playing really well. But Na'Vi, they almost did it. I mean, they had just a comeback alone, right? Bringing it back from 12-3 to a tied scoreline. And they could have won it as well, because that last round that they played against Mousesports had 3 Galeals. So it's not even like Na'Vi were really close to winning in the normal time. But they couldn't.
They were on the edge, and all of that also off of a bit of a missed call, allowing Mousesports to get into the B site as well towards the end there.
Yeah, that was really scary.
Yeah, that was. I mean,
we're seeing tabs in the work again.
The 2-on-2, but then Mousesports coming into it, 15-15 with the take on A. Holly with the flank. I mean, there were so many big plays in this game, but this one in particular is just like, okay.
Execution style. If you have the time, why not take it? Yeah, and this is where that was where Mousesports should have probably won the game already, because that was down to a nanosecond. Oh, wow, yeah, so really fun game on Overpass, and it's actually been, you know, we've been seeing more and more fun games on this map, so, I mean, we're just looking forward to it. Now that we have the next major announced, the DreamHack Winter and all of it, you know, we know the teams are going to be putting time into it, so that's pretty much it.
I'm waiting for the new Cobble. Because there have been changes made on the Cobble. On Cobblestone, we haven't seen any official matches played on it since the Gamescom, so...
I still think the one major issue with that map is the B-bomb site, and I don't see it being played until that B-bomb site changes. So, well, we'll find out. I mean, luckily it's not Semra and I playing in any pro teams, so we don't get to make those calls. We do get to make the call if we're going to a break, though. So it'll be 15 minutes, guys, and we'll be back with Dignitas and Mousesports in a best of 3. So please don't go anywhere. We'll be right here.
Nu är nya Casumo.com här. Just nu får du dubbelt på kontot och 110 gratis chanser att vinna storkovan. Casumo, ett kasino. Casumo.com.
Tja och välkomna till Estrella Lifehacks. Idag tänkte jag gå igenom Estrella-rycket. Och det går till så här att du tar ett fast grepp om varsin sida av påsen och så rycker du. Så, en nyöppnad påse sour cream and onion. Finns det något godare?
Keep your fears about you. But as soon as I arrive home, yeah, I moved on. Some things in life are too simple. Some things in life are too simple. I don't really wanna drive home, but as soon as I arrive home, yeah, I moved on. Some things in life are too simple. Some things in life are too simple. Too simple. Some things in life are too simple. Some things in life are too simple. I don't really wanna drive home, but as soon as I arrive home, yeah, I moved on. Some things in life are too simple. 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 Everybody, 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 everybody. Let's rock, let's rock, let's rock, let's rock, let's rock. Let's rock.
Nu är nya Casumo.com här. Just nu får du dubbelt på kontot och 110 gratis chanser att vinna storkovan. Casumo, ett kasino. Casumo.com.
Tjena och välkommen till Estrella Lifehacks. Idag tänkte jag visa hur man gör Estrella-viket, alltså om du har kvar chips i påsen. Gör så här att du viker 1, 2, 3 gånger. Tar du kanterna, vik in dem, ta i det fram och liksom vik över alltihop. Så håller chipsen sig fräscha och krispiga. Finns det något godare?
Hi, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Fragbite Masters. And I think we're back now officially. Here we go. It's going to be the winner match of Group 3 here at the Fragbite Masters Counter-Strike Global Offensive Tournament.
Yes, please. It's a best of 3 between Dignitas and Mousesports. Mousesports, who just narrowly managed to defeat in overtime Na'Vi. It's a really cool, very intense match where actually everyone played pretty well. It was, there's no one really lacking far behind or screwing things up badly. Mousesports just came out a little bit on top, which is, it's a fun match.
Yeah, they had some cool strats, but let's go ahead and take a look at the bracket real quick and see how things are going to play out here throughout the rest of this evening. So Dignitas got a pass over Planet Key as the first match of the night, and we just got out of Na'Vi versus Mousesports, which went into overtime on Overpass. So guess what, Anders? Next, Dignitas versus Mousesports. First map, Overpass. Yeah. What's up?
That's what it's down to, and actually a pretty cool constellation of maps here. So we've got Overpass Mirage as a second map, which is also a little bit rare these days for different reasons. And Plus 2 is the final and deciding map. I hope it's going to go to all 3 because watching these two teams play is going to be quite a big deal.
Yeah, well, what's really fun about this is that if Mousesports beat Dignitas on Overpass, then Mousesports are basically, like, they don't pick Overpass, they just win on Overpass. Because Na'Vi picked Overpass, they lost. Yeah. Team Dignitas picked Overpass. So if Mousesports win here on this first map, that's just going to be, like, basically a statement saying, like, yeah, okay, you can pick Overpass against us. We don't have to waste a ban on that map because we know we're just going to win on that map.
This is the second group we're doing here at Fragbite Masters, and we still have 2 more after this. But what I'm wondering is, because the first group, we didn't see all this Overpass. Yeah. And the difference between the first and second group is, in the meantime, DreamHack Winter was announced as the next big major. So I'm really wondering if this is down to people just simply thinking, all right, we have to get some practice in. And practicing, against other teams, like scrimming against them, is not the same thing. It's a little bit better playing in actual official matches. So, I mean, you got to get your practice in somewhere. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what we're seeing here.
Well, let's go ahead and take a look at the team that is behind this strategy in that case. It is going to be Dignitas here. AC, Device, Dupree, Fetish, and Sipnix. So if they are trying to get ready for DreamHack Winter, which is coming up at the end of November, then Overpass is the perfect thing. And you're right, it's a bit tricky to go on to prac matches and say, like, okay, this is what's happening on prac matches, but then nothing beats an official for getting information and seeing how a map plays out.
This is something we saw in Cologne on Cobblestone, where, we spoke to a couple of teams that said, well, we had, great results in practice matches. We knew exactly what to do. Then we came to Cologne and we just got shut down on that map. Yeah. NIP was one of those teams that had a bit of a tough run on the...
Epsilon in particular, right? That's the map that they beat NIP on. And basically the way that it happened is, like, it was that sort of situation as well. It's like NIP were like, okay, everything went super good for us in prac, except that Epsilon didn't play like anything we played against in prac. So that can happen.
Well, Dignitas are going to be playing Mousesports here, which is My Kilele as the latest edition, and then the sort of the core of the team: Chris J, Legia, Tabson, and Alu. And as you can see, that they have people from from the Netherlands. That's Chris, Sweden, and then Serbia, Germany, and Finland. So 5 different nationalities. It's kind of cool. I like it.
This is the true, like, all-star, I suppose. Just as far as, like, okay, we're going to get one from each country and put it all together, right? And there you go.
Which is actually really rare. It's interesting because in other esports titles, Dota, League of Legends, I assume, I actually don't watch any League of Legends at all, but I'm assuming it's the same.
Happens, yeah.
It's a little bit easier, it feels to me, like picking up cross-nationalities teams because, I mean, I just think the communication you have to do in a game like Dota is a little bit different. From in Counter-Strike, you got to make sure you can actually communicate to your team in English, if that's your common language, that someone is exactly behind this box, and how far behind the box is he? Is he currently? Like, you have to communicate a lot of information really, really quickly. Yeah. And if you're even a second off, that's it. You lose the game. So
it's true that I mean, it is cutting edge here in CS. It has to be delivered very quickly. That's not to put Dota down, though. Sure, there's a lot of communication happening there. It just seems to be a part of the culture, like the. In Dota 2, it's not that big of a deal, basically, to say just like, okay, 3 bot or,
I think a lot of the communication you can do in Dota could also more easily be done maybe with fewer words. Like, need to communicate if somebody has already used their BKB, have they used their ultimate, what the timing down, how long before Roshan spawns. There's a lot of stuff like that, which I think can easily be done in a few words, whereas I think in Counter-Strike sometimes you need just a little bit more in that. So it's not that it's better, it's just different. But we're going to go right into it here on Overpass, where you have Mousesports starting on the terrorist side. It's going to be Team Dignitas starting on the CT side. So welcome to the show here. This is the 3rd season of Fragbite Masters. We're still in the group stage. It's a double elimination bracket, so even if you lose here, you're not going to go out or anything. But if you win this match, you're going through to the upper bracket in the actual playoffs. So We'll see.
First seed. First seed could mean a lot here as well. That's the thing. Going into that upper bracket, you're going to get the potentially easiest matches to go from. But Alu's going to start us off, pick up Fetish here, but AC's still alive. Not for long, though. He's getting overwhelmed, and it's just a trade of kills. Sipnik's trying to go for the knife. He's right behind him. And Sipnik's actually manages to make it out of that situation alive.
Oh, and Device will pick up a kill. Tabson wants to get out, but how is he going to get out from behind this box? I'm just not sure. Actually, he's going to shoot his way out. That's pretty impressive, and that really turns everything around. Now Legia is creeping up close, and Device almost has no chance of knowing. This is such smart positional play from Legia, but oh, Device! Sickening headshot, and he has got the time here, even without the kit to pick it up. That's a triple from Device. I feel like 99 times out of 100, Legia probably wins that one-on-one, just because of the really smart positional play. That's... I don't know. That was intelligent movement. How did that work?
All I could hear through, like, or I can imagine Device thinking is like, sweet, I don't have to run that far to get to the bomb now. Like, oh, cool, he was right here. I don't know. That was interesting. I just love the fact that Sipnix goes for the knife, but that's one of those situations where maybe he could actually get punished for it because that... You know, he lets the guy get away. I mean,
the reason he did it is because he obviously reloaded right as he jumped in. So he's like, either I finish this reload or I try and knife him. Like,
yeah.
It's just a tricky position, but a little bit of an early, well, good start here for Dignitas, and they're going to be picking up a lot of people in this anti-eco that they've got going on. Because of the bomb plant, Mousesports are going to be buying next round instead of this one. So, yeah, no armor or anything like that. And on Dignitas' side, no submachine guns either, which is something we have to keep an eye on.
We do, because of the recent buff that has happened for SMGs in the latest update. 20% additional on the existing armor value, basically, the armor pen value. Nice flank there by Tabson. Tabson is playing so well tonight. We really have to keep an eye on him for the Mousesports side, because he has just been consistently getting the shots and getting the drop on people. But yeah, SMGs do more versus armor nowadays, so it doesn't seem like that's really affecting teams too much, or at least right now at the upper scale, because... At the end of the day, I don't know, you know, it's like you get the rifle. If you can get the rifle, you're saving money, right? Versus spending $1,200 for even the cheapest, you know, one of the cheapest SMGs, the Hump, right? You're still investing $1,200. And if you don't get those 2 kills to make that worthwhile, then, you know, might as well have the rifle, right?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's going to take a while before it plays itself out. Quick update as well. Just during the team intros, we had, I think, a couple of the pictures switched around. So sorry about that, guys. Just a bit of a technical hiccup here, but we'll probably try and see if we can, in the future, get them right. Mouse is going to be losing a member early on, but Legia with a good return on Device, who's always a nice guy to get rid of when you're playing Dignitas. Generally a very, very strong player. Haven't really seen much of Dignitas on Overpass, so I'm kind of excited to see how it plays out. For them, I mean, they start on the favorite side, so that's good. But we've also seen what kind of comebacks you can do on the CT side. So, I mean, best case scenario for me, having just watched Na'Vi, I think Dignitas got to be gunning for 13 rounds here.
Pretty much. They need, and it seems fitting to say that Dignitas need to get the most CT rounds, because like, for the longest time they were just basically the CT team. Yeah. The Great Wall. Fetish is going to walk right into Michael though, so this brings it back to a 3-on-3. Dupree's still on the backstab mission, however. It's going to be Legia taking point over here on A site. Sipnix is rotated back over to make sure that this is covered, but he's looking at the wrong angle. He will manage to live, however, and do a good bit of damage to Legia. Legia's still not able to find this frag.
Oh, and Sipnix will eventually take him down. Not sure why Legia had the gun out then. And Dupree is going to take down Tabson as well, so that makes things even worse. Shooting him in the back, and finally Michael falls. That's Dupree with a lot of action in this round. 3 kills, and putting Dignitas at 3-0, and no chance for a bomb plant, which actually is a bit of a problem. They wouldn't have, I don't think they would have forced it on Mousesports, because I think they would have had only room for 2 AKs, which is maybe not quite enough, but still would have been nice for them to get that $800 bonus.
I'm surprised to see the... I mean, well, it's also just really impressive play there from Dupree. I mean, that was like a get-right, full-out get-right, basically. First, like, all of his frags pretty much were backstabs. So that's just really nice positional play there from Dupree. AC only managed to take 1 with him, but they're still going to get that entry frag here, Dignitas, and spot out a lot of movement over in Sewer. So this is good information for them to stop this push coming in, but then Sipnix is now the only man alive here.
Yeah, he has to stay alive as well, because they've already stolen 1 rifle. Michael does get tagged from that grenade, and they're going to lose the rifle again. So actually, great job from Sipnix in this bomb side, and teammate as well, Dupree coming in to help out. Tabson coming through the pipe with just a pistol here, should be taken down any second, but he picks up another kill. This is a fantastic round for Mousesports. 3 kills. They didn't get the bomb plant, but they can buy next round anyway, so I think they're going to be in a good position.
Yeah, Tabson is just incredible right now. P250, he nearly picks up a kill in the eco round, and even picks up 1 now. So it's just Tampson right now is doing great work. Not leading in frags, only 2-1-4 for him, but still, we'll have to look at that. Mousesports now going into their second buy round here, however. 5th round, and they've got that AWP, and this time around they put it on Chris J. They elect to put it on Chris J when, versus Na'Vi, they had it on Alu most of the time. So that's an interesting start, and Alu is going to get picked up. So maybe, you know, Mousesports saw it coming. Maybe they realized, okay, maybe we shouldn't give it to Alu.
Yeah, somehow he's destined to not survive this round. Device is OPing for Dignitas, which is not that uncommon, although on Nuke, for instance, it'll be Fetish doing it. So, you know, there's a bit of there's room for some switch rounds on the Dignitas team, depending on the map they're playing. But I'm guessing for them, for Dignitas, this is all just default play right now.
A lot of the time, yeah, Device is their go-to offer, and for good reason. He picks up his 2nd frag here over on Long. And that's going to start Dignitas off so strong here.
It's definitely the wrong time to have his knife out. Unless he was planning on throwing it, there was really no way he was going to kill Dupree then.
We ain't caught yet.
Well, Mikey Lily and Leggy are left, and this is actually pretty bad because the last round where they just had pistols, they managed to get they managed to get 3 kills. Yeah, they made it into a 1-on-2 at the end. And if Dignitas come out of this round with every single rifle alive, that's something the Mousesports actually really can't afford to do. They gotta make sure that they do some good damage, and that's the first shot coming in. Device finally goes down. So good job here. More kills are needed for Mousesports, a lot more.
Yeah, but they need to get out on the site. And again, look at Dupree. Perfect position to be in right now. He's going to get the perfect flank. Goes for the med spray, runs out of bullets, but still gets the job done in the end with the CZ. Still draws the attention of the first man back. And Michael Lily, like, yeah, no luck there. They get just completely outflanked. Dupree for the 2nd round now in this half.
It's the perfect flank, the worst possible execution.
Right? It's those guaranteed frags. They're so hard to get. Look at this. Like, he starts off to the left, then he tries to readjust, and, man, that was awkward. And he even gets tagged through the wall there, actually.
But he's still doing a good job. You're absolutely right. I mean, he's up to 8 kills, I think, at the moment. So, and Dignitas are at 5-0, so they're going to be in a good position anyway. And I think they managed to save the AWP. Dupree again here with the kills coming in. Going to pull out his C set and look for a 3rd one. And actually, he's not going to get it, but he's got back up close by. I mean, the Michaelele could have been killed. And actually, this follow-up grenade, oh, he survives it somehow.
I think he... Did he? That sounded like he hit the rail there. I think he might have sent that into the rail and it didn't even make it into the room.
It could be.
Because even like a nade going off anywhere in Michael Lily's vicinity would take him out there.
We never really... Sometimes these grenades, when they land right at a step on a stair, sometimes it blocks the whole damage for no apparent reason. But, I mean, I don't know. We didn't get to see, so either way, we'll just keep guessing at it. This is still a good start for Dignitas, right? 2 kills and almost a 3rd one on Michael Lily. He's on 1 health, slowly bleeding to death. Or if it was Call of Duty recovering in a corner.
Right.
I've never fully understood that mechanic, but it's how it is. 35 seconds left. They try and rush through, but Device is here with the AWP, and they come out of the smoke. They'll actually get a great headshot here. Nice play from Alu. And AC, he's hiding right at the edge of the smoke. Michaelele, 1-on-3 with 1 health. It would have been cool if it had happened, but it doesn't. AC running for the AWP, but he's not going to get it. So Device actually has to sink in a lot of money into rebuying that, and I think he should.
Yeah, just drop it. The full. Just do it.
Nope.
Oh, no. Okay, okay. Maybe wanting to maintain the money? Too worried about dropping too low there if they were to lose a round?
Maybe they predicted this was going to be an eco round anyway, so it could be a couple of things going. I'm glad to see Chris picking up the Tech 9, though.
That's an interesting choice. Oh, nade? No, it's just going to be the smoke. HE to follow, and it's not going to catch anybody. 2 damage dealt there to Michaelele. So good read on his part, managing to dodge harm, you know, get out of harm's way there fast enough. Device over on Long, however, is going to pick up the first frag here for Dignitas. That's Legia now off the map. And Dupree, with this timing, decides to hang around, take this fight, but he's not going to manage to find the angle correctly there.
Oh, there's a Tech 9. AC shut down. Oh, that's all worth it. I appreciate that. Chris is still going to go down, but that one moment is still, that's some funny play.
Crouching Tiger, hidden Tech 9.
Yes. That
was smoke and mirrors right there.
Actually, what's interesting, the CSET 75 is, you know, it says CSET 75 auto, but I'm pretty sure in the real world, Tech 9 actually shoots even faster than the Tech 9 does, or the CSET does in this game. So I'm kind of glad they didn't implement that, because 30 bullets and just holding it down would be kind of crazy. But it's a pretty fast weapon in the real world. 6-0. And we're looking at a rifle picked up here, and Alu even has armor, so they could still do something with 30 seconds left.
Yeah, Michael is just gathering information right now, and he doesn't look fast enough to his left. Dupree is going to be waiting in blue room, a very common spot to hold from there. So I was surprised that Michael didn't check it. Still, Alu alive, 1v3. Opportunity to do some damage. He's going to spot Dupree out in the open behind the box. Knows that he's stuck back there, so he's going to have to take this fight eventually, but Alu lives with 12 HP.
He can do this. He can get the bomb down. This is really big here. 8 seconds left. He's going to get the bomb plant. Sipnix is going to be right there to pick up the kill. That's still really cool, right? 3 kills and a bomb plant, starting up with mainly just pistols and a little bit of armor. So, I mean, success for Mousesports, but it doesn't change the fact that we're going to be at 7-0 here. Mousesports have yet to pick up a single round in this first half, which, going by what we saw in the previous game, might not even be that big a deal. It can change quick, I think.
Especially if they can keep the money low like this. You know, it was so crucial that they actually pick up so many kills in these rounds. Even if they don't manage to pick it up, they have to keep Dignitas low on the money so that if that situation arises, 6 smoke right there.
Yeah,
there
that's actually a smoke that I was practicing with the Dignitas team, because we were trying to figure out parts of the map. So kind of cool to see them do that. Pipe bomb. And then a follow-up smoke, to try and block something off. They realize now that Chris has an AWP, but Fetish is just going to keep fighting it out here. And Fetish not having the best game right now. Actually only had 1 kill. But he was on Twitter just before we started telling people that he's been, not really playing much for the past 2 weeks. So maybe that comes into play as well. Yeah, AC, though, is going to pick up leg gear. It seems like the rest of his team they got his back right now.
Oh, they do. AC with a double. In fact, that's going to slow things down here. Still man advantage maintained by Dignitas. Sipnix just going for the jump, but it's going to be Fetish picking up Chris J. So good frag going the in-game leader's way. And now a 2-man lead here for Dignitas. 3rd man, nope, not going to happen. Tabson will strike back, pick up Fetish, and Alu working his way up on short, walks right into Sipnix. So it's all over the place. It's just turned into a real pick battle here. Just individual fragging coming through.
Yeah, Tabson going to walk in and right into Sipnix crosshair.
Crouch battles.
Yeah. Everyone doing the Emilio.
That's going to turn into a dance in CS or something like that. Do the Emilio, and then they're all just going to like crouch and wag their heads.
I'm pretty sure if we send a message to Jordan, he's going to do it. Nothing with the flashbang dance and everything
You're
else.
going to have the bomb dance, you're going to have the flashbang
Somebody
dance.
sent Jordan a tweet and tell him that we need like a crouch dance at some point. If he hasn't done it already. But I'm sure someone can get on that. Just tell him Anderson Semler wanted it. Double up setup here on the terrorist side, and they almost get that opening pick. Mousesports need to start winning rounds, and that would have been a really nice way. The follow-up grenade and device is gone. Well played, Alu. Not letting that one go. That's a big deal. Unfortunately, it does get traded on by Dupree, who's still a bit of a troll down in this, in this whole mid area.
Yeah, actually manages to make it through sewer onto short again, so he's going to be able to survive and rotate around through that B site. So well played there by Dignitas. I mean, you wonder why Device hangs around, but that's because he has Dupree, and that's Dupree coming through on his part of the plan there, on his part of the deal basically made with Device before this round started. So nicely done there, Dignitas maintaining the man advantage as they do manage to pick up another kill on Mousesports, and Mousesports are still kind of milling around the map. Haven't really found a way in yet. Michael picked up the AWP, and he just barely finds Dupree there out of position on the A site.
Yeah. It's a really good shot. And taking out a Priest who's been playing really well. That's got to count for something. Fetish, though, will pick up Chris, and it's still not really working out here. Just 30 seconds left on the clock. Mousesports need to make a move. And Michael, well, this is not the best weapon to be walking in unless he can just get a really quick pick. Or actually, they're going to fall back, but he can't get that kill. And Legia pushing into the bomb site. The only one here does get the quick kill onto Fetish, but it's not enough. AC's there, and that's 9-0. Michael tried his best that round to make it work, and I appreciate his hashtag behind. I think that's something I can get behind, but still, not winning the round.
Not winning the round is going to put Mousesports in a bit of an awkward situation, and right now they're just willing to spend the money to even their money out. So Sipnix once again going for that sewer smoke, just making sure that Mousesports aren't going to be able to rush through there very quickly. So, which is a nice little touch by him. There's going to be action at connector, however, as Mousesports are just going to go barreling through. Nice flash over here, but AC, wow, nearly takes out a man. If there's no Kevlar there, he's got that kill.
Yeah, and Dupree also getting caught off guard. Fetish reloading as they come through. He's going to get dropped. That's the Tech 9 in play again from Chris J. So this is a great round for Mousesports. And the team Dignitas winning so many rounds, 9 in a row, and then being up against an eco round, and they're now, well, they've thrown it away. And this is exactly what happened in the last game too. One of the few rounds that Na'Vi got, they actually got because they won an eco, and that really shouldn't happen. At this point, that's got to be considered a bit of a slip up from Dignitas.
It's also, yeah, exactly. Maybe the attention starts to waver a little bit. You know, you've got 9 rounds, 9-0. Maybe you're starting to get a little lax in your defense, let your guard down just a second. But the problem is that a team like Mousesports, they aren't going to let that opportunity pass by. And they actually go for some aggression of their own on that eco. So Mousesports now in a great position here. They have that one round, but this is going to be excellent for them because they can save 3 rifles. So not only were they ecoing to begin with, evening out their money, now they're going to have the bonus money from the round win, and they can save money off of these guns. This is a huge round for Mousesports. This could be a big opportunity for them to get a lot of momentum going their way. And look on the other side right now. The other side of the map, because of all the kills that Mousesports have been getting throughout these rounds, there's no money left on Dignitas.
Yeah, Sipnik started this round with an 11,000 bank, and he just spent a little over 10,000 buying an AWP and then a rifle for himself. So yeah, there's no bank anymore on the Danish side. Mousesports have a big opening here. It's been hard winning consecutive rounds on the T side, but they did it in overtime against Na'Vi, so Mousesports can sneak in one more round. That one round is very likely to spawn a bunch more. Does he spot the bomb here? I think he does. Oh, he even double scopes for it. Now he's got to be careful. Chris is close by. He's going to scope him down. And now Tabson takes down Easy, but they know exactly where the bomb is. This should be a big tell for Dignitas.
Oh, he wants to see if anybody's going to sneak back and pick it up. A little bit of a nade going through there. Not going to do the damage, though. Gets caught on that wall, so a bit of an awkward bank. He's got another nade, though. This is the thing. Picks it up off the corpse of Chris J. So now Team Dignitas, they're actually in a pretty decent position here. Mousesports, still 50 seconds left, though. So Mousesports could still take this bomb up through connector and try and go for A site.
Yeah, and they got 2 people over by the restroom, so it's not even that unlikely. Smoke goes off. Fetish still just waiting on the other side. Can he see through? He can see the feet of Valu then, or at least the leg, and it's going to take him down. So nice defense from Fetish here. Stepping it up in the last couple of rounds is definitely good news for Dignitas, because he was kind of underperforming earlier, so it's nice to see him wake up a little bit. Dignitas in a great position here. No chance at all that Leggy or anyone else is going to come by. They've got just a firing squad waiting at the stairwell then. And that's going to be the round. 10-1. Mousesports. Well, because they saved the 3 rifles from the eco they had, they can pretty still buy on 3 members, but the rest, not so much.
Nope, exactly. I mean, they'll have enough to be able to go for a reasonable buy. 7.8 here still on Michaelele, who seems to be just hanging out.
Are they kissing in that terror spawn?
Are they having a sesh?
I don't know.
Well, Chris J is going to go for Tech 9 and armor. Michaelele, he's got the bomb and he's got the bank as well. That's going to really hurt Mousesports here, but it doesn't stop Alu from picking up the entry frag on Fetish.
That's definitely a good job here. Chris kills Michaelele and picks up the bomb. They wanted to get the bomb, I'm guessing, maybe disconnected.
Yeah, it seems like.
And Legia is going to go down. This is turning into a bit of a strange round, and somehow it still ends up really close here. Chris now actually has that. He's got the Tech 9 fighting, and he hits the headshot as well on Sibnigs. Could have worked out. I don't know. A bit of a shame for Mousesports that they ended up with issues here. But I think, yeah, we're paused really briefly just to see if we can get Michaelele back in the game. That's got to be frustrating, right? He had the bank as well.
He had 7.4K. That's a rifle for Chris J there. Rifle, some nades, some armor for Chris J. I mean, that's actually a pretty big blow to Mousesports in that round, because that could be the difference. I mean, if Chris J has a rifle to work with instead of the Tech 9, maybe he gets that kill and they're still in that round. So definitely unfortunate there for Mousesports. But I mean, they played through. They got the bomb in the end. I mean, they played through it. So now, I mean, Dignitas are just looking fantastic, because that's Mousesports having spent all their money. They didn't get a plant in that round. They still have Michaelele, who will have bank in this round now, but it's not. I don't think it's enough to be able to drop for his entire team, because he would have got like what, 1.9. So
yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know. It's an unfortunate position for Mousesports to find themselves in. But Dignitas, I mean, still with a good start in this game either way. Well, that's how it goes sometimes, playing online games, right?
It's also just kind of how it goes with Dignitas, I guess. You know, CT-sided map, clearly CT-sided map, and you know, Dignitas is just like, you look at them, you know, nobody wants to play them on Nuke, and right now we're kind of playing on a map where, at least with how it's played right now and the results that we're seeing right now, we kind of look at it as if it was Nuke and saying like, it's really hard to get those rounds on the T side, it seems.
Yeah.
So Dignitas are going to be in their element right now. This is their kind of situation where they can kind of just run away with a match. But hopefully we'll be able to get back into this match fairly soon here. We're coming back to the screen, so I think we are here. And Michael, this is his answer, basically. To balance out the money, he's like, okay, I'll just get an AWP and Kevlar and, you know, see if I can't do something here. Michael is actually a very good opper. So he's got some skill in that department.
Yeah, without a doubt. Really fast over by the playground. Trying to see if he can pick anywhere from. This is definitely a good spot to use the AWP, so I appreciate the fact that he's doing it. The Device also has his, and as we can see by the minimap here, Dignitas they're holding really passively at the moment. AC, though, is actually going to be the furthest guy forward down to the L-bend on the B-bomb site, taking down Legia. And, it's unfortunate, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm almost curious to see if Michael decides to just back off and hold on to the AWP if they can't get anything done in this round with it. That could be a situation where they kind of just lemming the rest of the members in there, see if they can get the info, and then Mike Lilly could potentially find something for them. They're going to see if he can't find an opening frag. Thing is, Device is already looking towards Snake. He's going to be in the perfect position to stop it.
I'm wondering if they're going to boost him up somewhere. When they get to this wall over here, yeah, so they're going to go for the boost. Excellent job. That's really nice. And, I mean, unfortunately, nobody from Dignitas is there, but if they wait long enough, and actually, I think you're right, this isn't a bad idea. If they just wait the rest of these 30 seconds, and then next round they have an AWP and everybody else buys. Instead, they charge in. Alu's going to pick up AC, and now, well, they got to be careful. Still 20 seconds left. Dignitas have 2 people at this A-bomb site. Flashbang goes in, and that's going to buy them some more time. 15 seconds now left, and he goes down to Device, who's still in the back hiding, has his pistol out, looking for a headshot. Backups coming as well. Sipnix will fall, and Device is somehow just alive forever at the back here. He's going to pick up the 2 kills at the end, making it a triple in total, and it's really close to Mousesports making it through. That was actually scary, but it still leaves them in a bad position. 12-1.
Nice pistol work there by Device, but that was an odd situation there as well. It seems like, you wait basically a minute, catch Device sleeping at the wheel, sneak past him in that one angle that he's been watching the entire round, and somehow they do it. Michael,
he bought another AWP, and it's Chris who's picked it up here. Now he's just waiting around for a little bit longer. Are they going to be able to flash him through? Looks like he wants to, but there's the opening.
Pick on Fetish, and then Legia can't actually back off. Alu's going to manage to, well, at least alert the man holding there in connector. So again, it's that combination, the pre-Device backing off, looking for a different angle to work on. And this is going to be smart play here from Dignitas, because they know that they can abuse the angles at the choke point on the A site. Mousesports, however, are interested in getting out onto the B site, where they could have a bit more luck.
Oh, grenade. Actually, a lot of damage already being dealt here. Sipnix doing a fine job, and Device is there with a follow-up grenade to just explode tabs and AC. He's going to catch Legia wandering around, and it's going to be a 4-on-3 here. They've got the time, but they're really running out of people to fight this bomb site with, and one of them is holding, yeah, still Michael is holding really far back, so it's technically a 4-on-2 here. And now Alu is actually kind of alone. Michael is trapped in a corner somewhere with the knife out. So this is going to be the round.
Yeah, this is going to be it. Michael, luckily for him, he was able to drop his rifle over to Chris J before this happened, but it seems like he's just interested in saving.
Yeah, I think he's disconnected in that corner.
He's got to be. Yeah, they're going to find him as well.
Now,
Or no? AC? Yeah, there you go. He spots it at the very end.
I was going to say, don't knife him. No.
No, AC.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
No.
AC, no. AC, don't. AC. See, there you go. See? AC, he's got manners.
But it was tearing at him. You can tell he really wanted to. It's like, I gotta do it. Gotta knife Mikelele. Oh, is this play of the day? Is this like the sportsman play of the day?
You're actually, that should be like the sportsmanship award right there, because he had it. He could have got that $1,500.
He's named his knife waste of name tag. Well played, Philip. All right. So guys, that's it. Just to introduce you to out there, if you don't know already, we do have this play of the day concept going on, which is powered by Comhem, as it says in the top there as well. Which means every day we present with you guys with what we think could be the play of the day, but there's going to be a whole bunch of selections for each for each day. You guys can go onto fragpad.sc and you can vote for which one you think is the best one. At the end of the tournament, one is going to have the most votes, and we'll end up giving that person 25,000 SEK. So, just as an individual. So adds a little bit of a spice to it. So actually, Mousesports are going to try and see if they can finish this half with 4 people, and that's obviously a little bit frustrating for them, especially now that they're getting shut down all across the board here. Alu doing his best to try and see if they can bring it back, but he's alone with 4 health in a 1-on-3, and the bomb is in the T spawn. So there's a bunch of things going wrong in this round. 14-1. Dignitas with a little bit of help from some technical issues, but still, even without that, even before that kicked in, they were still doing pretty well for themselves.
Yeah, it's just, twisting the knife in the wound, pretty much, with a little bit of pepper on top. I don't know, what do you guys use to spice your food, Anders? Denmark, you guys big on spices?
Yeah.
What's your go-to spice, apart from baking, doesn't count?
Well, I mean, obviously pepper, paprika, I guess, is the other one.
Okay.
Garlic, good.
Okay.
Different variations, and
Rub a little garlic in there then, I guess.
yeah, salt is a big thing in Denmark,
Yeah, salt.
which some countries just shy away from. I don't understand why. But you know that I was out cooking at your place the other day.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Some of the best lasagna ever.
Oh.
That was such a good decision as well because we were just like, what do we make? What do we make? And then it's just like Anders steps up. He's like, don't worry,
Yeah.
I've got this.
And,
Lasagna, and that fed us for like 2 days. We brought the leftovers here, just ate the leftovers here the next
Exactly.
day. That was really good.
it's good times.
Yeah, but
Next time we'll bring a camera and we'll stream it a little bit.